What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge. It is Thursday, August 12, 2021. This is your daily sports betting show of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine. I am the coach, and I tell you what, we are getting into football. We're getting into the fall. I like it yesterday. Again, just a razor-thin line. We had the soccer game until the 84th minute. Oh, so close right now. I feel like all the laser tight games we were losing, but we're going to turn it around today. We've had a couple of really, really good days splattered in there too. But today is laser focused because football is back. Don't forget, be a part of the Perfect Parlay contest at YouTube. Leave a best bet. One of our cappers goes 2-0, or we hit the gym. That's right. The gym is back today because the jeweler's back. Let's bring in the stars of the show. We're running the three-man weave. That's right. Right below me, M Squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Fired up, ready to go today. Can't wait for this Field of Dreams game. I've been looking forward to it for a long time, especially when it was postponed for a little bit, but ready for it. It's going to be a fun day.
I know. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what it looks like, everything about it. White Sox and the Yankees, more on that game in just a little bit. Now, a man that we're taking up a collection for, and we're going to get him an iPhone for Christmas, Matty Severance. What up, Matty?
Yeah, if anyone gets a chance to go to Dyersville, it's a great place. It's middle of nowhere, not a lot to do other than the field. But if you ever get a chance to go, definitely go. It's a unique place to see, even though the movie's a little overrated, in my opinion.
But the place is awesome. The place is awesome. Yeah. The movie overrated, place is awesome. Maestro, good morning.
Good morning. That's a classic film. Come on. No, I actually, my brother and my father went, and I unfortunately didn't get to go with them. So that's definitely on my bucket list.
No, I think it all of a sudden it's on. What if we did the Early Edge from the Field of Dreams? Oh, my God. My world would be over. All right, let's get right into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And, Matty, we know that there's football back on the show. You're on a certain storyline. What do you got?
Yeah, just with the full week one kicking off tonight, just a reminder that preseason records don't mean jack when it comes to the regular season. They really don't. The two teams that go 0-16, the Lions and the Browns, they were both unbeaten in that preseason. Then again, maybe it does matter a little bit because just once since 2010 has a team with a losing preseason record won the Super Bowl. And just once ever has a team with a winless preseason won the Super Bowl. I'm going to let our listeners guess on what each of those were.
Oh, interesting. If we ever start a little trivia, Matty Severance is going to be our guy that we go to. All right. If somebody goes 0-3 because they're not playing 4 preseason games except for the Cowboys and the Steelers, then we know not to play them for a future bet for the Super Bowl. All right. Speaking of the Field of Dreams game, Mikey, you just said you've been excited about it for weeks, for months. What do you got for us today?
Yeah, even more than months. I explored trying to get tickets. Unfortunately, I did not have an Iowa zip code to be able to get in the initial ticket lottery. I did look into that, though. But anyway, this game, it is not played on the original field. They built a special field for it to be able to be up to Major League standards in terms of field dimensions. And we've looked at the profile of the field. It's going to profile very similar to Truist Park, where the Atlanta Braves play. And ironically, we have very similar weather and hitting conditions and air quality tonight to what we would normally see in Atlanta. The next best comparison to that's going to be Busch Stadium in St. Louis as a summer game. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this ballpark plays tonight with only 8,000 fans in attendance.
Wow, it's going to be really, really cool. Think of what they go through for this particular game or for the hockey game at New Year's and what they build for just one game. It's really, really incredible. All right, let's get into our board for the day. And again, we've been very light lately in baseball as it's in the dog days, and a lot of the teams are kind of not playing the way that we expect them to. But we were just 3 weeks away from football. We can't wait for that. Today, just one play from SportsLine. We're going to go with the Braves, -140, 5:10 Eastern first pitch. This is a graded A play at SportsLine. The Braves, they've won 7 of the last 8 games overall. Today, we think they're going to make it 8 out of 9, lay the 40 cents. All right. Where are we going to start today? You know what? M Squared. I can't believe I haven't done this for a couple days. Man, where was my head at? You know the drill, son! Give it to me.
All right, Coach, we're going to that Field of Dreams game, and I'm attacking the total here over 9.5, coming in at even money plus 100. I like not laying any juice here on this one. I want to pick on Andrew Heaney and really just pick on the environment overall. It's going to be a very new, very uncomfortable environment It's only going to have 8,000 fans in attendance, but it's such a cool moment. Probably a moment that these guys like more than playing in the MLB All-Star game, frankly. It's a little odd that it's coming in, right around a playoff hunt, but I do expect it to play a little bit more like an exhibition game. I expect some balls to land in the cornfield here, mostly courtesy of Andrew Heaney, allowing 2 home runs per 9 innings to right-handed hitters so far this season. Also struggled against lefties. The most interesting about that is typically as a lefty, he should be very good against left-handed hitters. His strikeout rate drops significantly against left-handed hitters, still giving up quite a few home runs. That leaves guys like Joey Gallo and Rougned Odor so the switch hitters for the White Sox in play. And then on the other side, Lance Lynn. I think that Lance Lynn is actually going to get hit up just a little bit here with the lefties, Rougned Odor, Joey Gallo. And then, of course, you've got the power with Judge and Stanton. I like this one to go over. Air Density Index 58, 70+% humidity. Again, it's going to play like a game in Atlanta today.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that the White Sox held Lance Lynn out to be able to pitch today as opposed to yesterday. So we'll see how that plays out for them. Now, we love here at the show talking about correlated plays, and I believe we have one in this Field of Dreams game. Matty Severance, the floor is yours.
Yeah, just asking around. This is expected to be maybe the most wagered regular season game of the season. It's on Fox. It'll get great things. The thing is, it's still going to be behind Washington and the Patriots tonight. That's just what the NFL does, man. It's crazy. Yep. The Sox were shut out yesterday. I don't think that's irrelevant. There was a getaway game in Minnesota. They were looking ahead to this one. They sat 3 regulars. They'll all be back, although manager Tony La Russa will not be there. I don't think that really matters. The Yankees are still missing Rizzo, Sanchez, Torres, Urshela, and their closer, Roldis Chapman. They had to use their bullpen quite a bit yesterday. As you said, Lynn was going to pitch yesterday when Rodon got hurt. I think they just wanted to give the new AL Cy Young betting favorite the honor of pitching today. And as Mike said, Andrew Heaney, it's a mismatch. Andrew Heaney has not been good since coming over from the Angels. And the White Sox crush lefties, especially now that Jimenez and Robert are back. So I got this at 150 originally, but now it's going up and up. But I still think it's pretty good value at 160. You could argue the run line, I suppose, but I'll take the 160. And then my football play tonight is I'll take Washington at -2 over the Patriots. This reminds me of last week's game. The Steelers had 3, pretty legitimate quarterbacks playing, and the Cowboys had basically none. I think Washington has 3 tonight. Ron Rivera is one of those old school guys who wants to win. Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Stars are going to play about a quarter, and they still have 2, Taylor Heineke and Kyle Allen behind them. 2 pretty good quarterbacks. On the flip side, Cam Newton's going to start apparently for the Patriots, but probably play a series or 2. And then you got to throw Mac Jones to the fire, and then you got 95-year-old Brian Hoyer. This just seems like the Washington defense is going to do a number on them. While at Carolina, Rivera's teams covered Washington coach Ron Rivera's teams covered about 55% of the time in the preseason. So I don't think home field matters in the preseason. So I like Washington given the 2 points here.
What's funny, Matty? I saw an interview with Brian Hoyer, and he was asked about his knowledge of the game and if he ever wants to get into coaching. And he said, my wife would kill me, longer hours, less pay, and I haven't been home for 20 years anyway. It was really kind of a funny statement from him. He will not be coaching in the NFL when his playing days are over. All right, Maestro, you have waited long enough. What do you got?
Well, Matt, you just sparked an idea in terms of coaches that care about the preseason. John Harbaugh is number 1, 15-1-1 against the spread. I'm looking at the Ravens for week 1 of the preseason. But on to my baseball pick for today. I'm just going to keep riding this train, which is if the Rockies are on the road, they're in bad shape. They're now 13-42. They scored 1 run in 2 days in Houston. Now they got to travel to the best team in baseball, facing Logan Webb, 3-0, 185 ERA at home. And, Herman Marquez has been great, but against the Giants, he has not been great. 668 ERA. The current Giants have a 940 OPS against him. The Rockies on the road, we know they're the worst team in baseball. They're the worst offense in baseball on the road. 210 batting average. The OPS is right around 600. It's pathetic. So even though Marquez is a good pitcher, I'm going to lay 1.5 runs, get plus 110 on the Giants. And then, of course, I'll have some props. After quite a frustrating night yesterday in props for me and Mad Max, we'll be back at it today.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of managers that you just don't know what they're going to do when it comes to pulling a pitcher out, leaving a pitcher in. It's been really crazy to watch what they've done. By the way, we do have somebody in the comments section that asked if we were going to be doing future shows for the NFL. 100% we will have NFL future shows probably the week right before week 1 of the regular season. Of course, we'll send out all of the information on social media, but rest assured, we will have our guys locked and loaded for all of your future bets. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap. Thank you, Jeweler. M Squared, he's on the over in the Field of Dreams games, over 9.5. Then Matty, he's on the White Sox in that same game. And then Washington in football tonight over New England, -2. And then the Maestro, he's on the Giants on the run line tonight, -1.5, +110. And then from the site, Braves, -140. And don't forget, if you're not already a part of the community at SportsLine, use that promo code EDGE. We'll give you all the simulations, all the analysis, everything for 30 days for free. Just try it out. Knowledge is power. The gym today, +520. Put these 3 things together. White Sox on the money line, White Sox over, Washington in football. I like it. Tasty at +520. All right. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For M Squared, for Matty Severance, for the Maestro, and for the Jeweler. Got the move done. He's back in the saddle today. I am the coach. We're here every single day just for you. We grind. We call it the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.